Hello, and welcome to Draw With Me. I'm Danny Gregory, and every Thursday we get together for about 45 minutes to an hour, and we just draw some random thing that we have arbitrarily decided that we can all draw. You're welcome to draw anything you want. You're welcome to just sit back and enjoy the shenanigans. Yes, so I'm joined as I am every week by JJ. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, JJ.
Hi. Happy Thursday.
Same to you. Yes. So, New Year's resolutions, broken ones.
It morphed. It was like broken, still anticipating, good things, bad things, all the things and things.
I noticed a lot of people did my exact made-up resolutions. Some people did not. They came up with their own. I noticed one person just did stick figures, which I really liked.
You know, this is you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere.
And
stick figures is better than no art at all.
There was one that was like a vase that somebody had said they had no resolutions, but they had broken a vase.
Ooh, that sounds like something you would do.
It's true. So so we have a lot of friends from around the world here. We have Fiona, who's visiting us from Ireland, and let's see who else we have. We have Ananda, who is here for the first time from Bulgaria.
Nice.
Very nice.
Welcome.
Ziggy Pop from France. Didn't bring the spiders from Mars, but maybe next time.
How do you know? The spiders from Mars might be in the chat.
That's true. Angie is here from Cancun.
Sweet.
And Aaron is back after being away for a while.
Welcome back, Aaron.
Alfonso is here from Spain, wondering if this is live. It is live, Alfonso. There's your name. It must be live. Rodo Spatium from Argentina. Welcome. And who else here? We have some Cosmopolitan Nancy, who's joining us from Toronto, Italy. Shiva, who is a fan of our videos, and Aga from Poznan in Poland, and lots of other people, many of whom are old friends and are coming back. So
it's always
it's
fun.
very nice. Yes,
it's always fun to do the roll call.
Yes, and Anna from Guadalajara is here as well.
Very cool.
And who else do we have?
I saw a few from India.
Tina is here from India, yes.
Oh, Kirsten Engstrom is here. That just warms my heart. Kirsten, we love you.
It's very nice to see you, Kirsten. So lots of friends here. If this is your first time, basically what happens is I pick a random.
Random being the key word.
Random is the key word. Today's theme is predators, Arizona predators. And should we talk a bit about predators?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of organic in nature because we saw some predators, like several, just in our yard. And we had done, I don't know, about a month or 2 months ago, we did the birds of our backyard. So then we thought that was kind of fun. And we thought, why not do the predators of our backyard?
Yeah, I think all the predators that we're going to be doing are ones that we have experienced.
And we should mention for new people, we are in Phoenix, Arizona. So we're in a deserty area. Actually, I think we might be one of the only places in the chat that's not freezing cold right now.
It is chilly for us.
It's absolutely lovely here. And
Lisa asked if halinas are predators.
Absolutely.
They're not absolutely. When I checked, they said, I think they're not. They don't really hunt. I don't know what they do, but they're
scary.
They're scary. They are scary. They're not technically predators, but.
So are we doing them?
No.
They're not in the list.
They're not in the list. So today we're going to do 8 predators. So make room on your page for 8.
8 is great.
So we'll spend about 5 minutes on each one, and feel free to do them however you want. Now I wrote that they were cute.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Cute and cuddly.
Are they cartoons?
I don't know. I don't really know what I was thinking, but I'm thinking I don't want to just draw straight up animals, but you can do it. You can just draw them as I present them. I'm going to see if I can make them cuter. Maybe it'll be cute colors. Maybe I'll give them cute expressions. Maybe they'll be holding cute bunnies in their jaws. There'll be something cute. We'll introduce cuteness because cute is, it's cute.
I mean, we like cute.
Yeah, we like cute. So, all right, so let's get into it. Here we go. Here's our first one. This is a predator that we see quite a lot, which is a coyote. And yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a predator that we often see in packs.
We do see them in packs, yeah.
We've seen families of coyotes in our yard. And we have little dogs. So, I appreciate the cycle of life. However, pugs and coyotes do not go together. So
I mean, we've heard many stories about people getting their pets attacked by coyotes. So,
well, if the coyotes don't really want to come be with mankind, they are driven to our area by encroachment and sadly starvation, and they're just doing what they need to do to feed their family and stay alive.
So
that said,
so before we came here, basically the coyotes that I knew were chasing roadrunners. Beep beep. So these are not them.
These are Arizona. This one looks kind of well fed. Some of the ones we see in our neighborhood, are skulking around, are very scrawny, and they're hungry. They've come because they need to.
I mean, this is a large city. We're in the fourth largest city in the United States. We live right in the middle of town. So imagine that this critter is wandering around. To me, it's like the equivalent of like a wolf wandering around Times Square or something. It's just it is surprising when you see them, and they probably wouldn't attack us, but they're not.
I mean, you've been out walking the dogs and turned the corner and had a coyote right there, and they don't back off. I mean,
no, they look at you like,
they're
what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Fortunately, I have attack pugs, and they are more than willing to take on a coyote.
No, don't even jest.
No, they're not as big as wolves.
Yeah.
But they are, it's like a big dog.
They can jump. We have a 6-foot fence, and they can springboard over that fence without even running, like from 4 feet on the ground, just spring up and over the fence. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, so we don't mess with them.
Yeah,
they do their thing, we do ours.
Yeah, we try to have a less interface. So coyotes, there's a fantastic museum here in Phoenix called the Herd Museum, and if you ever come to Phoenix, you should absolutely go there. But the last time that we went there, we saw a piece of art that had been, I think, somewhat newly acquired into their permanent collection, and the artist is Native American, I believe, based in Denver, and he features coyote in most of his works. The coyote is symbolic of mischief, right? Like not so literally, but like the spirit of mischief. Oh my gosh.
They're kind of like the pug. Are you trying to find the guy's name? I wouldn't. So I'm making my coyote blue because that's cuter than gray.
Yazzie. His last name was Yazzie. Stephen Yazzie. That's his name.
Hey, that was some good Googling.
Really cool guy. Really cool guy.
So I don't know how cute this is exactly, but it's,
I think it's pretty cute.
You do. It's kind of cute. I mean, but actually, if this guy appeared on our street, I think I'd be even more terrified.
I mean, it's not that uncommon that we see a coyote here on our street.
I would say we see a couple a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so they're predators. What do they eat? They eat rabbits. We have a lot of rabbits
We have
around
these
here.
little cottontail rabbits that, when you see an awful lot of them, it's a signal coyote is coming.
Our neighbor has chickens, so I don't think the coyotes. We're going to get to the predators that probably eat the chickens, but there's definitely predators that are after Craig's chickens.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of sad. All right, so there's the coyote, coyote. I am going to move on to my next creature. Was that 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm. I would say roughly, yeah.
All right, you keep an eye on that.
Okie doke.
All
You want me
here
to
we
set
go.
a timer?
No, just roughly. Okay. All right, so here's our next one. Okay, so this is one that we've drawn before, an owl, and this is a great horned owl. We have these. They live right next door in, again, where we mentioned Craig is our neighbor and it has the chickens. He also has these owls. And but last time we drew them, we didn't do just the head. And you think of owls as kind of cute. We've talked about how they're not actually as smart as people think they are. In fact, they're kind of dumb, but they are potentially lethal. They have huge...
Donna mentions they eat mice and rats too, which is most welcome. But, they're fierce. I think you're kind of off the page.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There you go. They are fierce. They have talons. They have really sharp beaks.
You're still off the page, I think.
I think I fixed
Oh, okay.
it. I hope I have.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I'm living in the past. The owls that we have in our yard are, I think, mated pair. And it's really fun to see them together, and they call to each other. And they have very different calls.
Yeah, we heard them last night.
They've been, this week, very active. And then once, I want to say, just before Christmas in December, we came out, and they were perched right, there was like a power line in our just directly across our backyard, and they were both sitting there.
And they're large too. They're not all the predators we're going to be drawing today are large, but they're in charge.
We love hearing the owls, though. They are magical. I always feel a little lucky when we get a glimpse of the owl.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you see a big wild animal, it's pretty exciting.
That's true.
I mean, we saw javelinas in upstate, and they were pretty exciting. And we saw elks and things like that, but any big critter. So that's cute-ish. I think it's cute-ish. But of course, you're welcome to do an anatomically perfect version of this.
Whitney Wolf mentioned Jack Muir Laws teaches a course in drawing owls.
Did Whitney Wolf mention that she's named after a predator? Yeah, Jack Muir Laws. If you don't know, he's a pal who I did a podcast, which you can find on this channel.
I think it's called the Art for All podcast, yeah?
Yeah, we had a really fun time doing this podcast and talking about art and nature and all kinds of stuff, being dads.
Danny, is this owl a great horned owl?
It is.
Yes.
It's great and it's horned.
Look at those cute little ears.
Yeah, that's what the bunnies say. Hey, look at that. Look at those cute ears. And then whomp. Yeah, because I think these guys eat other birds, of course.
I was going to say they sadly eat other birds.
They eat baby quails. We have a lot of quails. Them and the hawks. We're going to get to the hawks in a minute. Hawks, red-tailed hawks. But I'm going to come back to these. I think I'll do a little bit of colored pencil later on, so they will look sharper than they do now because I don't like this green, this eye particularly.
So, yeah, I would say it's been about 5 minutes.
Okay, let's move on then to a tarantula. Fortunately, we have not really encountered a lot of these guys. Right?
We did when we had that one hike that we used to go on.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but some people have these in their house, and that is not
Oh,
what you want.
that's a scorpion.
Yeah, isn't that what I said?
You said tarantula.
I said tarantula. You're right. I'm sorry. Yes, we're going to do a tarantula later. Yeah, these are...
Scorpions, I think they're around. I think we just don't see them. They're kind of terrifying. Like if you suspect you might have a scorpion situation in your house, they come in with a black light, and that's how you find them. Ah! So terrifying because they're sort of translucent.
That's gross.
They're really gross.
Yeah, I mean, and your brother had them in his house, and they would hide in the shoes.
My brother lived sort of backed up to a mountain preserve. That's like scorpion central. We lived in sort of a lower area with more of like our area used to be citrus orchards back when Phoenix was a wee young thing. So, you know, when you live in those real deserty, mountainy, you get the scorpions in full effect. So yeah, you have to check your shoes, shake out your shoes before you put them on, or you could get stung on your toe. I think my brother also once got stung, poor guy. He just went out in the morning to pick up his newspaper from the driveway, and he picked it up and got stung on the finger.
You mean it was hiding in the newspaper?
Yeah, it was like the folded over newspaper. It was just, I mean, his house, they had a lot of scorpions. It was horrible.
That's why we don't read the newspaper anymore.
Oh,
Do they have mouths? I guess they do.
yeah, of course they do.
Well, mine has a mouth. Yeah, they're kind of lobstery, right? Lobster, crab-like.
Well, those claws, crawdaddy a little.
But also even just like the material that they're made out of.
Spicy crawdad.
Yeah, so why doesn't anybody ever eat scorpions? That would show them.
Oh,
Think you're cute? Now you're an appetizer.
no, they do not seem at all appealing. Oh, golly. Sabine said, I got stung in the middle of the night when one fell off the ceiling fan.
Oh, that is horrifying. That's horrifying. So imagine, so that's like in the dark, and then suddenly you feel this thing. Oh God! Just the thought of that's making me really upset.
Yeah, it's not a... I mean, honestly, though, that feels square in the, like, beyond your control category, so it's kind of hard to worry about things that are, you know, so fully in that...
Doesn't sound like you. You're often afraid of things that will likely not happen, but...
Shane complimented your foreshortening on this scorpion.
Why, thank you. I'm known for that. I'm known for my
Scorpion tail.
Scorpion foreshortening skills. So, yeah, we'll come back to this guy. See, like, this guy's looking better already. So, let's see who we have next in the pantheon.
Let me guess. Tarantula.
No.
Oh.
So this is one you might not have thought of. A bass.
Wait, what?
Bass, yes.
Well,
When I looked up a list of predators,
But we don't have those in our backyard.
but these are in Arizona.
Okay.
We do on the barbecue sometimes.
I don't know, Danny.
Yeah.
Sometimes things that make you go, and this is one of them.
I know. I knew that you were going to object.
Well,
And
then
I
why'd you
decided-
do it? You just did it to get under my skin?
No, I did it because I wanted to draw a bass.
Big mouth bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just weird. Going off
But you don't
book.
think of- you
Going off book.
You
Danny
don't think of-
Gregory.
you don't think of fish as being predators, right? That was my point. I mean, we don't
Because
have
the
scorpions.
big
in
fish
our,
eats the little fish? Is
we don't have
that?
scorpions in our backyard either.
You know, we probably do.
Well,
But
we might
like-
have bass. They might come in with the irrigation. Bass.
Even the pugs just like grumbled about that. Oh gosh, they look really cute right now. I wish
They're
everyone could see
predators.
them. Apex predators. Oh gosh, they're so cute.
Predator pugs. All right, that's a cute bass. That's a cute ass bass.
Drawing fishes is fun. I mean, we've done whole episodes about. I think you did a whole episode once where you did a single fish.
That's true. That was a while ago, and we should do that again because the fish, drawing all these textures and all these, scales and all that stuff. That's fun.
What was that book that you have? Who's the artist that did the fish in that book? It's like long and thin. It's horizontal.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember her name right now, but
It's really beautiful.
Fishing Diary.
All right, maybe next week we'll do the fishes. So next week I will not be here.
Yeah, so
I will be en vacances.
yeah, JJ's going on vacation. I'll be here working though. Yeah, so maybe JJ doesn't like snakes, so we don't have a snake in here. It's possible that you don't like snakes either, but maybe we could do snakes next week. But I don't know. I don't know that snakes are incredibly fun to draw. I haven't really drawn many of them, but put your comments and tell us, what do you think about snake drawing?
Lisa said, with me out off patrol, you can go wild with the beards.
We could draw a bearded snake. Yeah, so maybe we'll draw beards. If you have any suggestions of things that you know that JJ will not tolerate, feel free to put them in the comments too. We're doing well with time, right? So I might go back in and just do a little colored pencil.
Yeah, you're cruising.
Yeah. So,
Cruising through these
yeah,
bruisers.
so if you want a little bit of time to work on this bass, take it. I will meanwhile be.
So a number of people have mentioned a thing we also discussed, which is it's the year of the snake, and next week is Lunar New Year, and it could all, as they say, be kismet. Muriel Foster's Fishing Diary. Thank you, Donna Kane. That's exactly the book we were talking about.
Thank you. I like it when people are paying attention.
So smart.
It's nice to use colored pencils on top of watercolor. If you've never tried it, I urge you to. It sharpens things up a bit. So I posted a video yesterday. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it, but it is about using reference photos and my feelings about using reference photos to draw from. You might find it interesting, particularly since I talk about
Draw with me.
Yeah, draw with me and how...
You're sort of behind your reference again.
Yeah, draw with me kind of forced me to...
You want to get rid of the fish? I mean, the fish never should have been there in the first place.
The fish is just there for people who continue to draw the fish. Anyway, so, yeah, just kind of my ambivalence about drawing from photos. I mean, we do it all the time here on Draw With Me, but...
I mean, there's a whole cadre of folks who belong to the urban sketchers who have a real strong opinion about drawing from photos. You just have to draw from observation. Drawing from a photo is, I wouldn't say cheating, but it's like, it kind of voids the experience, right?
Yeah, I just don't like rules like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate why they say that, but because urban sketching began as what they call reportage, where you were really reporting on a situation, so it had to be real, but I never really understood it. It's like reporters use photographs too. So anyway, so there we have it. Let's move on. Let's move on from this fish to... Okay, so this guy looks kind of like a coyote, a mini coyote, but it is a silver fox. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about this animal here.
Our foxes are gray foxes, Danny.
Well, it's called a gray fox, actually. You're right. I just brought that in because I wanted to say silver fox. But yes, it's a gray fox. And
these come for the chickens. Yeah, they have reduced our egg. The deliveries of eggs have thinned out to few eggs a week.
We personally
used to get like a dozen a week.
We suffer from this because our neighbor does give us eggs, freshly laid eggs, unless there's no chickens to lay them. And thanks to these guys.
Yeah. They're pretty cute, I have to say. They often, again, in pairs. You don't really see one by itself. They're real playful, and when I get up, they play with each other. They're kind of like, yeah. But anyway, I had a string of sightings. I get up on Saturdays very, very early because I play tennis at 6 a.m. And so when I get up at the crack, maybe it isn't even the crack of dawn because it's still dark out. I could sometimes see them in the light. We have a light in our driveway that's on at that time of day, and I could see them. That kind of looks like a mouse.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it cute, but it's turning into a mouse. It's like kind of creeping up on the chicken. I think I'm able to draw a little chicken down here.
I'm not sure what you've done. You've made a rat.
Yeah, they're kind of rat-like, I got to be honest.
I'm sitting here thinking it sort of looks like Clover.
That's true. Well, I mean, Clover is part fox, as are all dogs, right?
Are they?
Well, they're all canines. Dogs, wolves.
I'm just not sure where you're going with
Dingoes.
this. I think you've taken a real weird detour. And it started with this like rat creature.
All right, so
imaginary predators of our backyard.
So don't do what I do.
Starting with the bass. It all started going wrong with the bass. I'll point that out one more time. And then I'm going to leave it alone.
Thank you. Leave it alone. Feel free to leave it alone right now. Yeah, okay. So this is just a lesson. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Do not. I don't know. I kind of like this guy. And I know he's a fox because
of the chicken.
Because I drew him. Although if I come back to this drawing in like 6 months, will I know what this is? Or I'll be like, what is that dancing rat? Well, you know what? This could also be...
You're going to label it so that you don't make that.
But this could also be a, I don't know, roof rat.
Yeah, we do. We have, so the citrus trees attract what we call roof rats, and they get into your house's roof in the crawl space, and they do a lot of damage.
They're probably predators.
Yeah, yeah. I would say
Right, so
rats
this-
are predators.
So this could be a roof rat, but it's not. It's actually a fox.
Foxy Loxy.
Yeah, I apologize to everybody who was hoping to learn how to draw a fox today.
Well, hopefully somebody will show you how to draw a fox when we see
Possibly.
the pre-roll
Yeah, that's
next
true.
week.
Now you've learned how not to draw a fox. That's even more valuable lesson. Not many people will teach you that. But here on Draw With Me, we're always striving to push the envelope. All right, speaking of envelopes, let's look at the tarantula, the tarantula.
You know, tarantula are docile creatures.
They are predators. I looked it up.
You can pick them up in your hand, and they won't bite you. They're wonderful.
Unless you are a creature that they predate on.
So the issue is you don't really have anything in this image for scale. Because a tarantula can really be like the size of your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
not.
that's true of all of these things.
As you mentioned earlier, I'm sort of wigged out by snakes, but I do not mind spiders.
Why is that?
I don't know. I think you can't. It's sort of like you can't hate summer and winter. You've got to like pick one, and you can't complain about every season. You can't complain about it being hot and cold. You can only have one.
But we have black widow spiders in our house. And that to me is much more of a threat than some hypothetical snake.
Well,
We had one snake once, and it wasn't even dangerous.
How do you know it wasn't dangerous?
Because
you
we
didn't
looked
see
it
it.
up. We looked it up. It was a black thing. I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
But it was
I
not a
don't want
dangerous
to talk
one.
about that. The black widows, which we do have, and they are, you know, they have their downside. They really don't want to interface with humans. They will do everything possible to stay away from you. You have to go into their area, bug them to get them to predate on you.
I don't know. We had some right by the back door.
Yeah, in the corner,
the corner.
tucked up in the corner, probably behind like a watering. Like they really don't want to meet you or greet you, but they want the warmth of the casa. So they like to get in like the corner in the garage. They like to, you know, be. One year, disturbingly, I put a jack-o'-lantern out on our porch, and when it inevitably decayed several days later and I went and picked it up, there was I think 2 black widows right behind. I was like, ooh, I almost touched them.
They should just go on dating apps, and then they won't be widows anymore.
They are so black. They are like, what is that? Blacker than black. Vanta black. Like they are black. You realize you don't really see black in nature that often when you see a black widow spider, and its color is just so black, glossy.
And then they have this bright red diamond on them.
An hourglass.
Hourglass, right? It says, "Time's up."
Honestly, they are really great looking. They're really great looking. It's hard to be mad at them. One year when I was a kid, I had a Black Widow Halloween costume.
Like the superhero? The superhero Black Widow? Or isn't there a Black Widow superhero?
Yeah. No, it was before that was so popular. It was just like a Phoenix thing.
Why would a child pick that as the thing to make?
I didn't. I think it was like I was young enough. My mother,
Oh,
I
your
think it was
mother?
like made out of maybe hefty bags and then like red glitter. That was back when people used to make costumes instead of go to the Halloween store and buy everything.
Those are the days when Halloween was for children.
Yeah, also true.
Right?
Nancy Beck has a zinger.
Yes.
How does a tarantula communicate?
I don't know how.
Through its website.
You know what's wrong with that joke? I don't think tarantulas have webs.
Really?
They're so big. Imagine a web from a thing that's the size of a dinner plate. How big? I don't think they have webs. Black widows do, though.
I don't know. I like tarantulas. I think
We're
they're
moving on to the lynx.
kind of furry and cute. Wait, what?
A lynx.
A lynx?
I mean, what do you call it? A wildcat. What are they called?
Oh, a bobcat.
Bobcat. A lynx is a bobcat. They're the same thing.
So some might say that in Metro Phoenix, we wouldn't have seen this in our backyard.
We did.
We did. And at first we were like, to what did our wondering eyes appear? We were both like rubbing our eyes. It was like, that's not a cat. And so we asked, and the neighbors said, and they confirmed indeed. But
explain where it was.
It just like walked past
Our living room.
Yeah, we have a bay window in our living room with a rose bed on the other side, and it sauntered. It wasn't even in the least bit concerned with us.
No.
It was like having a little stroll, and it was big. It was big. This really doesn't look like the kind of bobcat.
This is taken in Phoenix, in Arizona.
Okay. Great looking creature, though. A number of people have chimed in to let you know tarantulas do make webs.
What do they know?
Well, they probably specialize in...
Tarantula.
Well, what's the word for a spider? Arachna... Not phobes, but arachna... fiends. I don't know.
Arachnophiles? Well, no, what are people called who study spiders? It's not arachna. It's something else.
Okay. Study of spiders. Name. Arachnids. Aranology. Aranology. The studies of spiders alone. Arachnological specialties. These include arachology, studies of ticks and mites, scorpology.
Wait, ticks and mites?
Acarology.
I guess they are related. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a strange creature that I've drawn.
It looks worried. It looks real worried. The one in the photo looks like real confident, and the one in your drawing looks...
He's trying to be cute.
Yeah. I mean, it is cute.
It does.
So the cutest thing,
it is strange.
and the part of the reason why we were like, that's not a cat, is when you see its backside, it doesn't have a long tail, it has a little nubbin.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the hell it was doing in our backyard.
Well, our neighbors said it hangs out by their sport court. They have like a little pickleball court.
It does, really? It's there regularly?
That's what they said.
Jesus. We had a raccoon once. We could have done that, too.
You didn't put the raccoon in here?
I didn't know.
Wow. The raccoon was as big as the bobcat, honestly. It was freakishly large.
I may have overstated these little tufts on its ears, but...
Well, I mean, when you exaggerate something, that often makes it more recognizable.
Okay. I think we're going to come back to this guy some more in a minute. But let's do I think this is the final one. Okay.
It's giving me like an Alice in Wonderland vibe,
Possibly.
that guy. Also kind of, it looks like it's the mated pair of the owl.
You're right, actually. That's true. Maybe that's why they live next to each other. But this and this are definitely related. All right, so now we have the red-tailed hawk. So not long ago we drew, when we were drawing creatures in our backyard, we drew a different kind of hawk.
A Cooper's hawk.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's just so majestic, though. I mean, how gorgeous. You want to try to draw a raccoon from memory? You probably have time.
That would be risky, but I could do it.
Is it going to be worse than the fox?
Yeah. All right. This is sort of an interesting treatment.
Choice? I mean, you could spend a long time putting these feathers in a meticulous way.
Yeah, I think.
But you're going to spend 5 minutes, maybe
Yeah.
only 4 more.
Yeah, because I'm very patient.
Always like getting a bird in. I mean, not that the owl isn't a bird, but I strangely think of an owl as a subset of a bird. It's like a cross between an owl, a bird, and a toddler. It's like a
Vicious,
yeah,
well-armed toddler.
feels mammalian to me.
This is a vicious-looking page. It didn't turn out to be as cute as I'd hoped, but I apologize to anybody who came here expecting to do.
I think it's still cute.
Yeah.
Look at that tarantula's little face.
Shane says he noticed no leaf blowers. Did those guys come this morning?
They texted to say it was too windy to blow the leaves.
That's ironic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. All right, let's try and fix some stuff here.
Labels always.
Labels help.
Yeah. We only saw a raccoon one time.
It was enough. I've now been harassed by raccoons twice. Once in Providence, Rhode Island, when I was minding my own business, walking home from a restaurant, and there was a giant raccoon sifting through the garbage, and he suddenly lunged at me when I was minding my own business. I was like, what is that small, vicious man doing over there? It wasn't a man, it was a raccoon. And yeah.
You know, that happened to me once on the Upper East Side in Manhattan.
A raccoon?
Don't you remember me telling you this story? I'd gotten off work really late, and nothing was, the Upper East Side doesn't have an abundance of restaurants in the area where I lived.
Or wildlife.
Well, so I had gotten a slice and a root beer, and I'm walking back to my apartment, and I've still got all of my bags, my work bags. So I'm holding a slice on a paper plate and a root beer in a can, and it came scurrying out of where the trash is for a fancy building on Park Avenue, literally Park Avenue. And this raccoon came out, and it was less than 10 feet away from me. So it's pretty close. And it stood up on its back legs, and it stared me down. It stared at me, and and after a while I was like, why isn't this thing running away? Why isn't this thing abundantly scared of me? And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, what if it's rabid? So I threw my slice at it and ran.
All right, so here's what was going on. I can totally tell you what was going on.
You don't remember me telling you this story?
I do, but't been thinking a lot about it for years since you told me about it. And what I decided is, it's really hard to find pizza on the Upper East Side. Isn't that true? To buy one slice that is
honestly, the reason I had the slice is because there weren't other restaurants. I lived in an area with very residential.
So that's the raccoon who's kind of like, hey, where'd you get that slice? And you threw it at him and ran away. So it was like, okay, that's an answer.
Well, because they had been talking about rabid raccoons in Central Park, and this is 2 blocks off of Central Park. It was late at night, and I was like, this thing might actually be rabid. I don't want to find out. So I did. I threw the slice and ran, and I was terrified. Well,
it's a predator. It's It's meant to be scary.
It was an Upper East Side encounter. Grace Afridi raised a litter of raccoons once. They're brave. Well, at least you knew they weren't rabid.
Raccoons are potentially cute. Baby raccoons are kits or whatever they're called, but possums. Oof. People have pet possums, don't they?
I don't know. We used to have possums in LA. Sometimes you pull into your driveway and your headlights would light up this like albino thing. And it was
Well, they're also
was scary.
marsupial. They're marsupials, aren't they?
Yeah, they would kind of like hang off the side of the fence.
Yeah, so this red-tailed hawk is quite nice. We used to have red-tailed hawks in Greenwich Village.
Yeah,
And
right by Washington Square Park
and
where they
peregrine
would
falcons.
do their hunting.
Yeah, they were nice. But we have a pair of them that they haven't shown up for a little while, but they usually
I hear them. I haven't seen them so much lately, but I've been hearing them.
All right, I'm quite pleased with this. I may be alone.
Heather says raccoons are not predators because they scavenge.
Okay.
So, yeah, they scavenged my pizza.
Are humans predators? Is that really the difference between, or does that mean that they never hunt and kill?
I don't know. I don't know the answer. I mean, humans are obviously predators, the worst kind.
Or the best kind, depending on your perspective. We're really good at it.
Are we up with people? You can't be up with people and down with, you got to be one or the other.
Well, I just meant we are good at it, so we're not the worst, is what I meant. By the way, for those who saw my video from last week, it was about design, and I talked about doing a lettering video. I've almost finished it. I'll probably bring it out in a couple weeks.
He's busy on that. A couple weeks.
Yeah, I've decided to slow my roll.
Okay.
So but I did put out a video yesterday. There'll definitely be one every week, but
Well, and there's Draw With Me every week.
yeah, no, but there's definitely going to be a new, highly produced, incredibly important video coming out from me every week. But that lettering one, I might just take my time.
Nancy says, maybe make that rat's front paws longer. I think that is the problem. You've given it like T-Rex arms. The little gray fox.
He's sneaking up.
Yeah. It is what it is at this point.
You know, if everything I did was brilliant, you would just be too intimidated and nobody would want to do anything. Right?
Fair. Few people have mentioned, why don't you do a lettering draw with me? I feel like we've done that before. We've done quotes before.
Yeah, we've done that.
It's been a while.
That could be fun to do. Isn't the tarantula a dance? Or is that the tarantella?
I don't know. Robert Cat?
Well,
Is it a bobcat?
I don't know him that well, so I thought I would call him by his official name. predators somewhere in here, and I didn't leave room for that. What should I do?
I don't know. Zoom out. I can't see what your problem is.
You think that zooming out is going to help show you what my problem is?
See,
It's going to take more than that.
see the list, the long list of problems? You don't feel like predators can go along the bottom?
Yeah, I guess it can. Seems less artful than it should be, though. Maybe I could do it in here. Did we ever talk about when I was the world's most dangerous animal?
Yeah.
People are sick of that story. Is anything interesting happening in the chat that I'm missing?
Cheryl's pointing out that there are coyotes in New York City. Ruby was confused about the Robert cat. Thrush appreciates your humor.
Maybe he can explain why I called it the Robert cat then. All right, so that's not looking bad. And I landed the plane on time.
5 minutes early, in fact.
Maybe I'll just do a little bit of something here.
Oh, see, we gotta love when we have a longtime loyalist.
Mm-hmm.
CEO said we did lettering in April last year.
Of last year? Well, that's quite a while ago.
Yeah. Seeing as it's very nearly February.
Yeah, we should think of something interesting to do lettering of. I mean, we can do quotes, but maybe there's something else we could do.
Folks are admiring your brown ink.
Yes, this is maroon brown calligraphy ink, Kali.
Maroon like a chestnut?
Maroon like chestnut. In English, it's called brown, though. All right, I'm done. I'm pleased. I'm happy, delighted. They're not cute, but, you know, it is what it is.
I think they're mostly cute.
Are they? That fox is cute.
We're not going to let you live down that fox anytime soon.
Well, maybe next week we'll just draw foxes. Putting their handkerchiefs into boxes. Now I'm just cleaning my pen.
Gallery mentioned illuminated letters. We did illuminated letters.
We did a Christmas. Remember we did?
Yeah, it was a Christmas. Maybe we should do it for Valentine's Day. That could be fun.
That's true. Yeah, is it even in this book? No.
Jen is asking how you're getting the railroads on your dip pen. Is it because you're holding pressure on the nib? Do you want to explain what that is? You have 3 minutes.
Sure. Railroading is when you push your pen like that. Here. See how the tines of the pen spread? That's often when you don't have a lot of ink on your pen and you can come down. Let me see if I can do an example. So.
Is it with all possible dip pen nibs, or is it a thing of this G nib specifically that you use?
Not all nibs have tines like this, but see, so now I don't have a lot of ink on it, so the tines are spreading, whereas normally when you push down, the ink flows between the tines. Tines are these two little kind of teeth here. And when you press down, if there's not a lot of ink, then instead of the ink flowing between the tines and filling it in, you get two parallel lines. Usually it's just a sign that you want to dip your ink. So it's not usually something you try to achieve. It's usually something you try to avoid. But I like the look of it. So I got it there. That hawk. That's it. All right. Beloved Jalip has a dad joke on scorpions. What is a scorpion's favorite game show? Wheel of Misfortune. That's a sad joke. Good.
All right.
What do you think?
I think I'll miss seeing everyone next week, but not really, because I will be sunning myself on a beach.
I'll be here in the cold, working really hard, grumbling, resentful. So it's going to be a fun show.
Maybe you'll have Jack T. Gregory as a guest star next week.
My son is going to be here to look after me in my wife's absence. But I don't know. We'll see if he wants to. It's not his thing. He's done it before.
He has.
But he doesn't have an on-air personality.
He has a sparkling personality.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. I'll see if I can. I might have to ask you to become a member of this channel so that I have enough money to bribe him with.
All you have to do is get that kid a good burger and a beer, and I think
At 10 o'clock in the morning? It might be hard.
no, I mean I think do it on Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday evening, and say, hey, tomorrow morning, you know what we're doing?
True. All right. We're going to wrap this up. As I said, become a member of this channel. Don't make me beg. It's unseemly. But basically, if you become a member of this channel, now it is so inexpensive, it's embarrassing. Don't you think?
I'm not sure that's how you want to sell this.
Now, incredibly high value is available.
Like
for
if you-
just $2.99.
Well, if you ever wanted to do a little something to support the channel, because there is a lot of free stuff on here, including this show, and every little bit goes a long way. So it's just a way to.
And also, you get cool emojis, and
You get emojis.
You'll be part of a cool gang.
I think it's just supporting what we're doing here.
If you would join a club, what is that Groucho Marx thing? I wouldn't join a club that would have me as a member.
I don't want to be a member of any club that would have me.
No, I would never join a club that would have me as a member. Is the Groucho Marx thing?
All right.
Groucho Marx. Nobody talks about Groucho Marx anymore, or the Marx Brothers. They've like completely vanished, right? Maybe that's what we should do. The Marx Brothers. That's a good one.
Okay.
Zeppo, Gummo.
I feel like we've done it weirdly.
Never. Harpo, Chico, Groucho, Jumbo,
No go.
Bongo, Dingo. Anyway, so as Jeff Schinkel says, a bargain at twice the price. All right, I'm sick of selling this to you people.
Can we land the plane so we can?
Yes. So we want to see your predators. So please share them on social media. Right?
Yeah, or in the schoolyard.
Yeah. Share them on Facebook. Share them on Instagram. Share them in the schoolyard, and just tag them. Hashtag SBS. Draw with me. SBS stands for Sketchbook School, which is our channel and our school. Danny'sEssays.com. I write an essay every week. I'm attempting to write a short one this week. See how that goes. But that's going to be out tomorrow. It's free. Sign up. Danny'sEssays.com. Sign up. Why not?
It's free.
My new course, the Creative License, going remarkably well.
It's been so fun.
I just feel like people are really into it. I mean, just the stuff that people have been making is incredible.
Super fun.
You can join at any time, and you'll spend a month making stuff every day. It's really, really fun. The Creative License at our website, and subscribe to this channel. You know the rest.
There you have it.
You've been on YouTube before. You know how it goes. And I'll see you alone next week. Bye, JJ.
Bye.